So, Scott,
Um,
coming to you from the worldwide headquarters of Network Connection. This morning, we've got Mr. Charles Lindberg with us from the great state of Washington. Welcome, Charles. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks for joining us. So, Charles, you are a Goosehead agent. Tell us a little bit about the decision when you got into the insurance business, why you chose Goosehead.
Well, I was originally a agent with a different company for several years. I was a captive agent, so I had one suite of products to recommend to people. And if it didn't work for a particular person, I really didn't have any options for them. I was kind of out of luck. So I changed to Goosehead about 2.5 years ago, primarily for the reason of being able to offer multiple carriers to my clients, give them a better overall experience so that if something changed during the year, I could shop them around, move them to a different carrier, and still retain the client and retain the business. So that's the number one reason I moved to Goosehead.
It's a great reason. I mean, it makes you wonder why anybody would do the other route, huh?
Sometimes, yeah, makes you think.
Yeah. So, Charles, what you bound to have a favorite customer service story or somebody you were able to help? Tell us about that.
Sure. Well, there's several people I can think of that were actually prior clients of mine with my prior agency. Then once my non-compete ran out, gave them a call. They're happy to hear from me. And there was one guy who's a good friend of mine. I saved him $2,000 a year on his insurance. That's not a joke. So that doesn't always happen, of course. But when it does, if I can save someone a few $100, maybe $1,000 a year, obviously they're super excited and makes me feel happy. And that's why I do what I do.
You know, Charles, one of the things I've enjoyed about my relationship with Goosehead, and I'm sure it's true with you, is, I mean, you guys are really, very well educated. You would think everyone in the industry is, but I think because you have different lines, you sort of have to have a broader knowledge. I'll give you a quick story. For me, I once in a while rent my house out on Airbnb, and I had no idea my liability with my swimming pool until my Goosehead agent pointed out to me, the type of rider I needed to get and why it was important. So I guess those are just more reasons to work with a Goosehead agent, right?
Yeah, well, exactly. That's one of the crucial things we always do is we do a complete review with everyone of any exposures they may have, whether they're a landlord or they have some, investment properties, or they just have, teenage drivers. We kind of give people the overall picture of here's the big things you need to look out for. Here's what I would do if I was in your position. Here's what your policy does and where it works, and where's its limitations, and here's what we recommend to fix those holes in your coverage. So it's a huge educational piece is really what I focus on. If I can educate the client so they leave the conversation, feeling like they learned something, then they're going to be in a better spot and they're going to be happy.
Yeah, got to know if you don't know the questions to ask, you're in trouble. So that's awesome. How would we reach you, Charles? By phone or email?
Best way to reach me is just to pick up the phone, give me a call. Best number for me is going to be 425-818-9542.
Awesome. Great talking with you today. Thanks for taking some time.
Of course. Thanks, Scott.